my name, you come with your goons, I'm bringing my gang. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name, I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion, you started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my gang. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name, I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion, you started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. More than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my gang. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name, I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion, you started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game.
Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
from the gun on third down. Rich, and finding the tight end Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs.
Well, with his size, you've really got to wrap up because arm tackles, they're not going to cut it. And that time, he used his full-grown man strength to fight off his defender and pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down. Rich. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. Operating from the gun, Rich. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Stanley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Rich got his tight end. That's complete. It's Wilson. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Stanley. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are on the board first here in this division round matchup. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be let out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
On 1st and 10, Barton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. On 1st down, Barton. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Looking to throw. Barton. That's caught by Kelly. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They run up the gut with Kelly. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Barton. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Barton. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. On the delay, it's Kelly. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal. Again, it's Kelly. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
A give up the middle to Kelly. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Off play action. Barton, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team, because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Barton. Throw left side complete. That's Williamson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. To throw on 2nd down. Barton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a 1st down. Back to throw. Barton. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw. Barton. He finds his man. Complete. It's Williamson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Back to throw. Barton. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rich eluding the pressure right. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a gain of 35.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rich. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. It's Stanley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw. Rich. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. A give. This is Kelly, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Barton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Barton. And he comes back with one complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From from the gun on third down. Barton. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. On 1st and 10, Barton. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll hand it off to Kelly. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Barton. And he's got some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Back to throw. Barton. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Falcons 30-yard line.
Now the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Barton. He finds his man. Complete. That's Williamson. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Kelly. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Barton. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Barton. The quick slant caught. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep them from getting a 1st down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Kelly. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Kelly again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
A try here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense set to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On first down, Rich. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Throwing on first down. Rich. He completes it to Wilson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. Rich. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, Rich. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Stanley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stanley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Back to throw. Rich. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit, what's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. Operating from the gun, Barton firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. On the run, it's Kelly. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Barton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Vikings.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Looking to throw. Barton. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. This is Kelly. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And a short gain down to about the 33. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Haven't been a defense coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup. Back to throw. Barton. Complete to Kelly. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Second and 7. Looking to throw. Barton setting up the screen to Kelly. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Out of the gun now on third down. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So out come the Falcons now. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Back to throw. Rich. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Rich over the middle, complete. That's Stanley. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
They didn't need much. They didn't get much. But what they did get was enough for a first down.
On 1st down, Rich. Wilson snags it left side. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rich. He finds his man. Complete. That's Stanley. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break. Rich, he's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC divisional round game. And it's the Detroit Lions who will fight another week as they eliminate the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. On the carry is Kelly. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. From the gun on 3rd down. Barton. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Barton. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Back to throw. Barton. Wide open receiver, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Looking to throw. Barton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. Barton. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. Does the big boy have the juice? And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Throwing to start the drive. Barton. Flip, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rich. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. On second down now, it's Stanley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Rich. That's caught at the 2. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Stanley. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. They come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun?
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing to start the drive. Rich, and he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Stanley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. On 2nd down, it's Stanley. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 26. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a 1st down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. He's going to keep this again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. A Up the middle they go. Stanley. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stanley. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Rich. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 times. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Barton. And he comes back with one complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Barton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Kelly. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Kelly. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing on first down. Barton over the middle, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Barton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Barton. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. To throw on 3rd down. Rich. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Stanley. Takes it to about the 37. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Rich. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Looking to throw. Rich, caught by Wilson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Stanley. And they have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stanley, and room there to work it inside the 25. 62 yards on the ground for him so far. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try the left side. It's Stanley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run